Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Go on, have a look.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
This isn't much to go on.
Hail, friend! I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
Right you are. We must rest, though the sun is still up.
There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
I've just recalled a little...
Your Majesty, your 'tis not a matter for prying ears. As I informed you when last we spoke, should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false Arisen. Yet if we are to prove it was delayed so that the Sovereign, that is, the false Arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Who was that young man, I wonder? He did not seem a criminal. I cannot imagine why that guard was chasing him.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look? A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Now, how best to proceed? Tis our duty to see this peace.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders. At least my back's not acting up today.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Some skills can only be honed on the battlefield. And it now.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Where have you been, Your Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Up at dawn.
Meager wages
right
like
us.
these won't fill my pay.
Peril can result from a moment's incaution.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay. Oh, I'm in fine fettle today.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
You polished it this morning.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, you have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
That's odd.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
I'm the crown jewel of Astonish.
I'll make a living if I get myself injured. When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Welcome as fine ale.
I'm not risking my life for a pittance.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Those new recruits can barely lift their
We shall await you here, Master.
So, you've come. Captain
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Oh, you've no interest in such things? Why, the law is everything to me. 'Tis life itself. I believe I can surmise what you came for. And though I am here on false charges, I have no intention of breaking the law to gain my freedom.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
What is it? Have you come to hear more tales of false Arisens? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Oh dear.
pleasant spot to while away an afternoon. What should I do?
Arms for the...
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Oh, this headache's driving me up the head on my
All that fuss and merry accord to show
Yeah? What is it?
Let me think on this. Otherwise, I take it on my word to living idleness.
You are carrying far too much, Master. Pray lighten your pack, that you might move nimbly again.
I'd see my sleep have a look. How do I wind up here anyhow? Isn't the dragon, but it's pests what worry me.
I can tell
I'm gonna make it a coin here.
What did I do to deserve this?
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
My prayers will surely be rewarded. A short repose would do me a world of good. 'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. I know so little of this world and of myself.
All I need my help, I suppose.
I'm so
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual generosity. I hope you will return, should you find the means to give. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
You have my support.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
I ought to have enough for a few spices.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here. Time to go home and write down.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.